Hey friends, yay, I'm going to do an in-person book flip through of Deborah Muller's brand new big book of Mermaids, hand-drawn art, 200 pages. I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know for sure, but it feels to me like it's bigger than her mega, her other mega book. I think, was it the mega Christmas one was the last one? And she told me these are mostly, or she told the group on Facebook, these are mostly pages, I believe, that have been on Etsy. Like an accumulation of all of those and maybe a few specials. I don't think it includes from any of the individual books. I don't remember, but I can probably tell when I look at it. So we're gonna do a flip through, and you can also go on her Facebook group or ping her to get more information. So I am excited. Of course, they're single-sided. That's why, which is good because then you can use markers. That's why it's such a big book. Yeah, I don't recognize these, so I guess that's a good sign because I don't buy many Etsy printables because I have most of the books, but I bought a few on there actually, like some of the Mermaid Month ones. I just colored a picture for my July videos in the first mega book she put out, the Little Bit of Everything book. I'm so bad at book name titles. It's right in front of me. What's the name of it? It is, let's look. The Big Mega Coloring Book. Oh, well, that's just the name of it. Okay. So, these papers, ooh, I love this. Looks very advanced. The paper is really nice. It lays flat. I did it all with pencil, but I've done several in marker in her Mega Christmas book. So you will be set for Mermaid for the rest of your life if you buy this book. If you're interested in this book, I'll link it in the drop-down menu below in this video. So you don't have to search for it. You can go right and grab one while it's available. I do think this is a really good bargain. Yeah, I've seen some of these on Etsy, and I think she included some new ones. I've never seen some of these. A lot of these, actually. Ooh. Me likey. This past Month, which is May, I must have colored 30 mermaid pictures, and it's the first month I've ever participated in Mermaid. Like, I never was a big fan of mermaids until, I mean, I love fantasy stuff, but I have a hard time coloring water. So, like, that's why I gravitate away from mermaid books. But when I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna do mermaid pictures all month long from all my different books and printables this last May, and I realized how pretty they look, how fun they are, because I stickled and glittered everything, and they looked amazing. And really, the water was not that hard with an alcohol marker blender, such as this one, which I always carry around with me, and it looked great. Now I probably will do that every May. These are so cute. Love that one. I've definitely seen that one on Etsy, I think. I think I've seen it. Love that. The pirate. I want to make sure I'm not going too fast for you guys, but there's a lot of pictures here. Love the chubby mermaids. Am I the only one who grew up as a kid with a swimming pool, or houses that always have swimming pools? And when I was little, I used to swim around the summer by myself because parents always worked and my brother and I were home alone. So I'd go out and swim or play in the pool every day and pretend I was a mermaid in the ocean. I did that all the time. I loved it. We lived for a couple of years in Fresno, and oh God, it was so hot there in the summer. one of the houses we had a big old rock, a thing of rocks with a waterfall, a rock waterfall that dumped into a pool, our pool. But it was a long, skinny pool, not like a wide pool. It was like literally like this, and it just was a long, skinny pool, and with the rock waterfall on the side. And at the far end, the deeper end, there is a big step, like almost like a bench, you know, under the water. Kind of midway, so adults could sit on it and it would be at their shoulders, you know. But I used to, you know, I was probably 8, 9, 10, 11, and I would kind of be on that step, sit on it, and my head would barely be above the water, and then I would like drop and pretend I was dropping into the depths of the ocean and swim as long as I can. I also had a giant Shamu whale, like floaty, you know, shaped like literally like an orca, and I used to ride on him around and pretend like I was a mermaid and had pet whales. Oh, it was so much fun being a kid. And then, yeah, so, and my dog, we had a border collie, and she used to climb up onto the rocks where the waterfall was and just sit up there and let the water go over her, and then she'd dive into the pool from the rocks. It was really cute. I'm going to see if I can find a picture. Oh, I love this one. I almost did this one for Mer Month. I think I downloaded it, actually, but I didn't get to it. And then the house we had before that, we lived in Sacramento when I was like kindergarten through 4th grade or whatever. And Rancho Cordova. And we had a huge house for the time, which probably when you're young, it feels pretty big. It was a 2-story, 4-bedroom house at the end of a cul-de-sac, and it backed up to the Sacramento River. Or is it the American River? I don't know. Close enough. Same thing. Ooh, love all the hair. And we had that yard was huge, and it had grass. It wrapped all around. We had a huge pool, and it was like, you know, big, and went this way and that way and every which way. Went all these different ways. Diving board and everything, you know, back in the 80s. And on the other side of the fence, there was these orange fields. I don't know. I guess they don't have a lot of orange fields in California that were not yet developed, which I'm sure all of that is gone now. And it was just fields and fields. And then you could hear the river back there. And there's a bike trail right behind there. We can go out our backyard gate and go with our bikes. Because back then, your kids could ride bikes everywhere and not have to worry about getting kidnapped by a serial killer like today. So, you know, my brother and I would get on the American River bike trail and take it up to our school and back. It was a big, huge, white water raging river too. But anyway, I have no idea where I'm going with the story. Oh, well, the point is we would see tarantulas all the time crossing the path. I don't know why. I remember several times as a kid, like on our bikes, and the tarantula was crossing the path right behind our house, and it freaked me out. So I was always afraid when in the summer when I'd want to go out to the pool and go swimming, that there'd be tarantulas in our yard. And we had a ton of grass and trees and this giant pool that went every which way. And I was always wearing, like, I would go out to the pool wearing little army boots, because I wouldn't take them off till I was at the edge of the pool, because I was afraid there'd be tarantulas out there. That was funny. It was a great house, but probably considered old now, I'm sure. But that was back in the old days when on the cul-de-sac, like all the houses that had kids, like would go to play together, go to school together, and their parents would work, and the kids could be home alone, and you could walk or ride your bike to your friends' houses, and everything was fine. You didn't have to worry all too much. It would never these days would most people let their kids do that. Maybe like they'd walk their kids over to their friend's house or something. I don't know. It's certainly not where I live, but oh my gosh, I've never seen any of these pictures. I love them. I don't even know where I'd begin. There's so many pictures. Oh, and it's odd and sad. So we moved from there to, that's when we moved from there to Fresno. And then from there, eventually Orange County. And then I grew up and moved out of state. But anyway, I heard, 10 years ago, when I was probably in my late 30s, I was talking to my dad, who told me that that house, the one on the Sacramento River we grew up in, where we had the great pool and all the swimming memories and all that. Spent our whole summers in the yard. Apparently, only a couple of months. This like shattered my illusion how it's safe to ride your bike and go anywhere, even back in the late 80s. Couple of months after we moved, some psycho killer with a gigantic like butcher knife broke into that house where the new owners lived and was in the middle of the night going up the stairs. And I guess he made, they had some other kids there, and he tripped on a roller skater. It made a noise, and the dad came out, which was my old parents' bedroom, and caught him in the act and fought the guy. And I guess he pushed him down the stairs. The bad guy, you know, pushed him down the stairs. There was a fight at the top. It was a steep staircase. It was a 2-story house, as I recall, very narrow. But and the guy went unconscious, you know, and so he was like on his way, and apparently he had recently escaped from the Folsom prison or some prison that's in California. And like, I'm just like, what? So like here I thought, oh, you're so safe in the 80s, you could ride your bikes everywhere, and your parents didn't have to watch you, and it was safe. Well, there was wackos then, just like there's wackos now. So I guess we escaped that literally by the sheath of a knife. So yeah, that's, oh, and the first bedroom, when you get to the top of the stairs at the right, was my old bedroom, my childhood bedroom. Yeah, so that's terrifying. Yep. I have no idea why I just told that story. What is wrong with me? I've been feeling like a real Debbie Downer since my 50th birthday recently. I mean, talk about a close call. My mom died 11 years ago. My dad remarried. They lived in Napa Valley. They were renting like a 4,000 square foot house up on a hill in St. Helena, which is Napa Valley, wine country. And, you know, I think it was only 2-3 years ago they had all those Napa fires. This is the picture I'm doing actually as we speak right now in that mega book that I just told you about. So that is in the mega book. I think, yes. Anyway, oh yeah, so my dad and his wife, evil stepmother, they were renting a house for several years because it costs so much to buy. Like renting a 4,000 square foot house on a hill would be less expensive than buying. Anyway, so they had the Napa Valley fires, as you know, 2 years ago. Anyway, before the fires, like a couple months before, they finally bought a small house in a retirement community. So they moved out of that gigantic rental house on the hill with all the views of Napa Valley, which I loved, into this small retirement community. 2 months later, the fires happened. Sure enough, that entire house burned down. That whole hill went. And I remember my dad sending me a photo when the fires were going on. He could see it in the distance where he was down on the lower ground. He could see that old hill where the old house was and see it burning. It was all in flames. And he sent me photos, and he's like, well, I guess I dodged that bullet. And I remember saying, yeah, just like you dodged the bullet in Sacramento, 30 years ago. The psycho killer coming up the stairs. And, he had all my mom's artwork. My dad passed away this last August, and so I was able to get all the rest of my mom's paintings. My mom was an artist. And he had all my mom's artwork that was left, all her jewelry, all the things that were to go to me, all his belongings, all our family photos, like all the stuff I have now since he died, like all that would have just been gone, just like that. Isn't that scary? Yeah, he must have like 9 lives, and obviously his 9th life ran out last year, but he had cancer like 4 times in the last 30 years. So yeah, his 9 different kinds. He had like melanoma. He had, ooh, that's pretty. He had prostate cancer. He had heart disease. He had a heart attack. He survived all of that and was super healthy. He'd hike like 15 miles a day, even up until he was 76. And then he got pancreatic cancer, and well, that was his 9th life. But anyway, my point is, good luck does happen, because he had a lot of it. I can only hope I have that kind of luck. And I guess I did, because, that psycho killer could have come into my room, and I was probably 8 years old. Who knows what would have happened. Yeah, well, now that I've fully told part of my childhood memoirs, I'm come to the end of this amazing book, which I love. And I just say you should go buy it, because I absolutely love it. I love those grayscale ones I saw. And you know, just like her other mega books, there's a variety. You get some soft grayscale, some zen doodly stuff, some of her more whimsy looking stuff. So I absolutely love it. And you can see these books lay really nice and flat. Like we're right in the middle of the book. It's laying flat. We're in the front of the book. You know, that's the very front. Yeah, but you can obviously spread it out. Let's go to the way back. The way back. Oh, I know this picture. Wait a minute. This might be from Mermaids Around the World, so maybe there's a couple in here from her mermaid books. I thought they really weren't from books, unless it's a little different. Just the Cleopatra look made me think of something. Anyway, I don't know. You can look on the webs on Amazon. It describes all about it. I usually just buy her books. I don't even read the info because I know I love them all. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the book and the flip through. You will not be disappointed.